wait for a few people to come in. I'm an hour earlier than I normally would go, but I just needed to come on and get it started. Just gonna wait for a few people to come in. My normal time is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I'm here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I am super sleepy, guys. How is everybody? How is everybody? We got 9 people. 11. Can you guys hear me okay? The chat's not working, I guess. Is the chat bar working, guys? There we go. Hello, Alan. How are you?
Hello, Alan. How are you? Hello,
Alan. That's good. I'm a little early tonight, so. Hello, Claudia. How are you? Hi, Alaska. Boomer, how are you? Just gonna wait for a few people to come in here. I don't have too much today. Hey, Jack, how are you? It's been a heck of a week for me, guys, so. Good evening, Mayhem. How are you? Thank you all for coming in and joining me. We're just going to wait a few more minutes for a few more people to pop in here. Hi, Mojo. How are you? Hey, Justin. How are you? That's my brother, everybody. How you feeling? Good stuff, Mayhem. Danielle rocks. Thank you, Justin. You got anything to say, Justin, about what's going on? What about the gas prices? That's ridiculous. I'm feeling all right, Ann. Yesterday I paid $2.08 for my gas yesterday. Ooh, nice. Thank you, Jack. The gym is an awesome place to be. I think it's wrong, though, the gas prices. Who can afford that? Honestly. Invest in gold, Justin said. Interesting. Maybe I'll give that a thought. Wow, $4 in Texas. That's ridiculous. Well, I'm going to talk about a few things. I don't have too much today because I've been really busy and dealing with a lot of things. So I'll get into what I do have. I'm going to read from my computer because I didn't write notes. So I'll just read from here. Yeah, I don't know how anyone can afford the prices that they are. Okay, I'll look into that. Yeah, the first thing I have on my list to talk about is how can we afford to go to work tomorrow? Like, construction worker, anybody with like the gas being at the prices that they are, how long are people going to be able to keep up with going to work? I know my gas lasts me, I have to pay premium gas, so it's more money than regular gas. And regular gas is skyrocketed. It's what, 190 something? And premium is 208. And I used to pay, what was it, $50 to fill up my tank, or 60? I think it was like $50 to fill my tank. Now it's almost 100. So I try and just keep it full all the time because I don't want to let it go down too low where to the point I can't, get back to. Yes, it's sad. Like, exactly. People, like, I'm off on stress leave right now, so how are we going to be able to get it, like with the. Yeah, groceries too, the inflation. Food used to last 2 weeks for the price that, I'm paying $300 now for food. And it doesn't even last me 2 weeks. It lasts me a week, maybe. Gasoline heading to $2.20 a liter in Canada based on current WTI pricing, and that's before carbon tax increases. So it's only going to get higher. That's ridiculous. Someone was saying an 11% carbon tax will be added April 1st. Does anyone know if that's true? Hi, Mark. How are you? I'm all right. Yeah, Wellston, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't let it go up below half a tank because then it's too much to get to fill it the rest up. I'm in the same boat. Danielle, you should share your screen next time with screen sharing. I didn't know how to do that. See, you weren't feeling good, so I didn't bug you. But I could do it from my phone and to the computer. You'll have to tell me how to do that. Because food is so expensive. I'm pretty sure it has very little to do with sanctions. Canada doesn't purchase Russian gas. There was another one. So yeah, that's the gas prices. No, with software. Well, you'll have to tell me which one to get because I am not sure. I don't do very good with that. Hello, Fayette. How are you? Interesting that 50 Conservative MPs, including 10 Western Conservative MPs, voted with the bloc motion calling for Quebec to exempt from the seat formula that would have reduced their seats in the Commons by 1. So Ottawa, to protect number of Quebec Common seats, stop province from losing a proposal by the bloc. Quebecans to reject and redistribute of seats that would see Quebec lose weight in the Canadian Federation has led the federal. So basically, Ottawa to protect number of Quebec Common seats stops province from losing MP. Okay, so there's this is by the Quebec leader, Yves Francois Blanchet. So he said, the federal government is preparing to take action to ensure that Quebec does not lose a seat when Canada's electoral map is redrawn. Jean-Sébastien Campeau, press secretary to the Intergovernmental Affairs Minister Dominique LeBlanc, says that government rejects any scenario where Quebec loses a seat and is working their way on to ensure that doesn't happen. His remarks follow the passing this week of a Commons motion tabled by the Bloc Quebec, rejecting a proposal to redistribute parliamentary seats in a way that means Quebec loses an MP. Canada's chief electoral officer calculated the proposed redistribution of seats last year based on a mathematical model applied to population. Quebec's 78 MPs would be reduced to 77 for the first time since 1966 that a province would lose a seat during redistribution, with the overall number of seats in the House of Commons would increase by 4. Gas prices. I don't think gas prices have anything to do with Russia, to be honest. They're using that as an excuse. It has to do with massive inflation of all companies that want to continue to make the same profits. And 2, push. Okay, so what do you think about them saying that they're only working at 50% of what they should be? They're making up this thing that they're working at 50%, so they're making a shortage on gas. Canada and US, they're making the shortage. Thanks, Justin. Like, I have a few notes here that went going back to my other yeah, so I believe that, we have enough gas for everybody, but so there's this man that I saw on Twitter that I wanted to show you guys. He's right here. I'm going to zoom in the screen, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn up my volume and show you guys what this guy has to say. So I'll turn you guys around. I don't screen share. I don't know how to do it.
Good morning, Justin. I sure hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're hiding your cowardly ass. I wanted to take a minute to discuss your good friend Klaus Schwab, WEF, your intentions for this great reset, and how you're continually pushing things through. You don't give a shit about us folks, Justin. You've got your own agenda. You're running around at Klaus's feet like a little fucking dog waiting for an attaboy cookie. Screwing Canada and everybody that fucking lives here while you're doing it. So guess what, boys? I see a great reset coming. I see millions of people across this world getting really pissed off with the likes of you fuckers. And we're gonna stand up and tell you all to go fuck yourself. People, we have the power. These boys can mandate all they want, tell us to do whatever they want. We can tell them to fuck right off too. And it's about time that we all started doing that. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to push on anybody's fence. I don't want to bother anybody. I want to live out my life looking after all these crippled horses. But I'm sick and fucking tired of standing back watching this shit happen. So let's get together, people. Let's all stand up. I don't give a shit who you support or what ethnic group you're from. Let's stand up together as people of this world and say we've had enough of being told what to do by the few. I love each and every one of you, and I hope that your life is full of adventure, love, and happiness. But we got to set things aside for a few minutes and straighten these fuckers out. Then we can get on with our lives.
So what do you guys think of that guy? I think he's pretty awesome, and I believe what he's saying. We all should stick together and, end this bullshit. It's enough now.
Does that stay on?
Pardon?
How do you get this to stay on?
It'll vibrate when you're ready to use it. They fooled us into thinking that we have the power when they have the power. We do have the power. Our power, there's not very many of them, but our power comes in numbers, see? But I don't even know what to say, guys. I'm so lost. I haven't really been paying much attention for the last few days. I've been dealing with my own thing, so, but this world as we know it is coming to shit. We all need to stand together and not let them win. First of all, I'm not going to be doing, like, they're already trying to implement digital ID, and that will be coming. And then Klaus Schwab said by 2026, he will be putting microchips into people. So I won't be one of those people. They're going to try and control every aspect of your life if you don't do what they say. Justin said he's on Team Troy 100%. Come say hi. Come say hi to Justin. Well, I'm not staying on long. So that's where I'll lay, like I said, or I'll go into the wilderness and take my dog and just go. I will not get told what to do, you know. No way. And my brother used to say it when I was a kid, like Justin in the chat is my brother. He used to even say, like, one of these days, you know, there'll be buses coming to get you and taking you to certain camps and blah, blah, blah. You know? And if you guys want to support my brother, too, he does his eco-friendly clothing and, like, tote bags and all that kind of stuff, like. And then he has a new website out right now. I can link them down in the description box. Eco-print apparel, yes. I will link them down in the description box below. Go check it out. Ecoprinapparel.com. Okay, so Canada isn't even safe for Canadians. I'm a prisoner in Canada right now. This is by Candace Bergen. She's Canada should be a safe haven for Ukraine's fleeing Putin's invasions. Conservatives are calling this government to step up for freedom and democracy and help our friends in the Ukraine during the crisis. Let's see. That's what our Candace Bergeron has said. I hope I'm saying her name right. On to the next. French president warns the worst is yet to come for Ukraine. More than 2,000 Ukrainians have been killed since the invasion began, but the country's defense man says they won't back down. That was an update from one of videos I saw. But like I said, I believe that the war is all smoke and mirrors, and they're trying to divert our attention to over there so we don't pay attention to what they're actually doing. Like I said, Chrystia Freeland standing with the Nazi flag, like her grandfather is a former Nazi, okay? He, or whatever, you know, she was busted holding flags. She wouldn't even stand with our people, yet she went and stood with, you know, came out and stood with all, and protested against for Ukraine, stood up against Ukraine, stood up with those people, but she wouldn't stand for our country and her own country. Chrystia Freeland also said Canadians should brace themselves for economic collateral damage as sanctions mount. Chrystia Freeland says, if that is true, if it is true, okay, so if it is true about the economical collateral damage that is at the feet of NATO, because again, as far as I understand, maybe I'm wrong, since 2014, Russia has been telling NATO, back off, stop doing what you're doing, and if you don't stop, here's what's going to happen. NATO didn't stop, so Russia did what they said they were going to do. Not to say that it excuses things. As far as I know, Vladimir Putin was poisoning people. Maxime Bernier says, Canada has fascist psychopaths as prime ministers and a Nazi deputy PM. They recently gave themselves extraordinary powers to crush peaceful, I can't even say this word, descendants. But according to media talking heads, PPC is a threat to Canadian democracy. PPC, which is the People's Party of Canada. How do you spell it, Danielle? It's pronounced NATO. Oh, NATO. Okay. Thank you. we were lied to and deceived and many were tricked into complying with, you know, all the vaccines. We were lied to about them, like I spoke in my previous lives. Several vaccines, they have found, you know, that it can mess with your DNA. We went over this. Where is that other paper? I have a few more things. Okay, so in weeks and months to come, you're likely to hear much more about Operation Reassurance. What is Operation Reassurance? It's Canada's largest military mission with up to 915 personnel right now. And it operates in Europe to deter aggression and support our, how did you pronounce it? NATO? To support our NATO allies. Operations Reassurance includes elements on land, air, and sea. But have you seen all those fake pictures that they're pulling out of movies and stuff? And, you know, there's a lot of people that are on TikTok that I follow that are in Ukraine and nothing's really happening, you know? Yeah, I have all the information of the mRNA cells on my computer somewhere. And then I have all the freaking, the laboratories in the Ukraine that they're supposedly bombing. I have all that. The media is working with the government to set the stage for them to completely censor the internet CCP style because of what they describe as hate or journalism under siege, and the threshold for this is just calling out their insane lies. According to the corrupt WEF ruling class in Ottawa, these Canadians were dangerous, diverse, devious, racist, insurrectionists, Nazis, and now today, according to Mr. Mendicio, he says we're rapists. Yes, I got actually, for when I did that live, Justin, I got, they took my video down and they quoted it, misinformation. So they took it down. So it said COVID-19 misinformation. They don't want people to know the truth and what's really going on out there. They want, you know, because Trudeau pays, like I said, he pays all these news companies to read off a prompter and spew his lies and garbage and make all you believe him, you know. He doesn't want you to know what's really going on. And we are the crazy tin hat people that are crazy for sharing, you know, the truth. Because they don't want the truth out there. Like I said, I have pages and pages of court documents and everything regarding the vaccines. Like, if I have my old notes here. I had a whole bunch of notes regarding the vaccines. My brother knows a heck of a lot about all this. He's better with his words than I am. I'm just trying to get what I can out to you. I know this is a shitty live, pardon my French, because I haven't been live in a few days. But you guys know I try. So like I said in the last, if in any other war there would be the brokering of ceasefire or peace, but not this time. It sends guns, rockets, munitions. Why is this happening? And don't blame Putin. This is global leaders stocking up the fight. I don't want to supply anyone with arms to kill. Here's why. If you choose to alter your lenses just a little bit, you'll figure out why. If you open your eyes and just listen to what is going on in the actual world, it may be scary, but you know, if we stand strong, stand united, and stand together, we can stop this before anything gets any worse. Yes, it's to distract us, but what do you guys think is distracting us from? Distracting us from, you know, on to the next one I had for you guys. Monetary issues will transform our lives in the coming years. PPC supporters should become well versed in them. At Luke Groman discusses the potentially wide-ranging monetary and financial consequences of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, gold and Bitcoin. Luke Groman, U.S. can't sanction Russia energy without... Oh, it's gone. It got removed. That's interesting.
So now
It got removed, what I was trying to show you guys. An endless wave of trucks keep coming outside of the DC area tonight as we speak. There's a lot of trucks going to DC. Trudeau departs for Europe to meet with allies on Ukraine response, a distraction from current issues in Canada. Let's read this. With the Russian war on Ukraine underway, knowlton.d.danielle said they told him there was a crazy man who was kind of sick who was coming to take care of their land with his warplanes and tanks. Hey mom, you know I had a dream today. Knowlton recalled her son later telling her, I was dreaming while I was sleeping, and I had a dream that I have a police tank that's protected the city. Knowlton reflected on the war with an interview with the Canadian press from her family's Kivik apartment a few days before Prime Minister Justin Trudeau arrived in London Sunday night for the start of a four-country Europe tour. It offered a suitable human snapshot of Ukraine's strife as 1.5 million citizens have fled across Europe in an unprecedented refugee crisis. Trudeau is planning to meet with several allies to discuss responses to Russia's attack and the humanitarian crisis it has now spawned. Trudeau arrived in Britain as plans to evacuate civilians from the Ukraine port city collapsed for the second time. So Trudeau's more worried he's going over there to distract people from
voters.
What's going on here. So he's basically going to get more votes for himself. You know, to be the hero. He's going to be the hero, so he'll take these refugees and get those votes. You know, because election is coming up. But he's not paying attention to what's going on. Okay, yeah, we can do that, Justin. I'm usually really better than this, but I haven't had time to do anything. I've been doing... Oh, okay. I've been doing a lot of stuff regarding me that I've had to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
And Troy. What? I have a lot of issues going on right now. I don't want to say too much, but me and my brother can, you know... We can both talk about, because he's better with news than I am, so. But normally I have a lot to talk about, but today I didn't really have too much to talk about. $32 likes and 32 people. Thank you all so much. But Trudeau's an idiot either way you look at it. Well, either way, he's going to try and get more votes regardless with these people. Try and claim to be the hero. Can you, Gary Bergeron, can you guys vote Trudeau out, or are your elections rigged like in the U.S.? I believe they're rigged. 100% I believe they're rigged, guys. Mayhem 343. I get more truth from you than I do from nightly news. Yeah, it's all right off a teleprompter and what Trudeau wants to be out in the world. MSM is fake news. Everywhere else is fake news, you know. This is a full-time job trying to get you all this information. Tonight was just, you know, not a good night for me, but I wanted to come on and show my face because I haven't been on in a few days, and you guys have been worried about me, so I wanted to come on and let you know I'm okay, I'm here. I've just been taking a rest. So me and my brother will have to collab and bring you guys better news. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you all for coming on. And I will get better at this, I promise. Huh. Yes, Mark, everything you see is fake. Need to talk more about his dad. Yeah, you gotta help me, Justin, because I'm usually better at this. Guys, you tell him. He hasn't been in here very often. I do pretty good. But today is one of those days where, hi, Mr. B, how are you? Hi, Mrs. B, how are you? It's good to see you too, Anne. Thank you. And I've been getting people sending me a lot of, thank you, Justin. I've been getting people sending me a lot of emails with information and news. Like Mr. B's one of them. That's really helped me a lot. Justin says, I want to be a part of it and upgrade the production value. Well, we'll have to talk, Justin. You'll have to show me that screen mirror, because it's easier, because I've been writing, like, look it, guys. This is all notes to write, that I write down for the lives. Like, this is piles upon piles of notes that I write, because, so I want to get a program where I can screen mirror and I can just read off the computer of, you know, real news and what's happening right now, and share with my screen so I'm not turning you around constantly. But that takes, you know, skills. Yeah, I'm doing it old school. It takes skills. It takes a lot of time for, like, to do all this. Like, I'm not that skilled. So I write it all down. No, I came a little bit early, Mr. B. No worries. You can use your phone as a webcam and also have screen share. Thank you, Fred. Where's Lucy? She is the star. Is the star. Come here, Lou. Come say hi. Come. Come here. Ooh. Here's Lou. Gotta use OBS software. Okay, well, I don't know. I'll have to come over and see you anyway, and you can show me. I need to get better at this, but, you know, I don't have a webcam. Like, I don't have none of that, so. Sup, Lou? There's Uncle Justin. Say hi, yo, Uncle Justin. She just woke up. Everyone loves Lucy. She's the real star here. My lighting's horrible. Yeah, I know. I'll come over and see you and your wife. Tadua, Blair. Tadua. If she hears me. Say hey, Ann. Yeah, you'll have to help me get better, because I really, I'm usually pretty good, eh, Troy? It's just I've been in my own head I've been off work for a week, so I've been in my own head, and I got, oh, okay. and it's been hard to do this and come on. I just wanted you guys to know I'm okay and share a little bit of news that I had with you. Can you do the same with the computer notes like you would? Okay, thank you, Justin. Yes, Mr. B. Yes, Mr. B. My brother is gonna help me. He's very computer savvy. He is he does that for his own business, so he can help me out. Editing, the paperwork are very time consuming. You do need a crew. Do a daily 1-hour newscast. Yes, well, it's been all, like, I've had help from Mr. B, but it's been me writing all those notes. It takes so long, especially when I have a full-time job, to even do those notes. Imagine that. Yeah, Mr. B sends me news, keeps me in the know when I'm at work, so that way because I have to rush home normally, right? Because I'm done at 7 and I have to be on at 8. Mark Malone, yeah. Lucy the mascot, exactly, Anne. I know what else is on my mind. Well, other than my personal life, not too much is on my mind. I just think what the world is coming to is disgusting. I will never, ever, 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 ever get a microchip. I will never, ever, ever get a vaccine. I won't judge, anyone else that has a vaccine or doesn't, We can all coincide together. We need to stop what's going on in this world. We need to, fight for our freedom that we so well deserve and we've never really had. Like that poem, I don't even have it on me, that I recited for you guys. What about C11 or Bill C11? I know what that is. Now I gotta look it up. I know what that is.
Yeah, I just heard it.
These are all those. Do you have another computer monitor? No, I do not. I have one computer monitor. Okay, let's read the... Okay, so the Bill C11 is an act to amend the Broadcasting Act and make related and consequential amends to other acts. Ministry of Canadian Heritage. Summary. The enactment amends the Broadcasting Act among other things. Add online undertakings for the transmission or retransmission of programs over the internet as a distinct class of broadcasting undertakings. Specify that act does not apply in respect of the programs uploaded to an online undertaking that provides a social media service by a user of the service unless the programs are prescribed by regulation. So, hi, Mark said hello to you, Troy.
Hello.
And they said to take care of Danielle. He always does. Sorry, guys. So basically, C11 is update the broadcasting policy for Canada to set out in Sanction 3 the act by, among other things, providing that the Canadian broadcasting system should serve the needs and interests of all Canadians, including Canadians from radicalized communities and Canadians of diverse I can't read that word. My words are jumbled. Ethnocultural backgrounds, socioeconomic statuses, abilities and disabilities, sexual orientations, genders, identities, and expressions and ages, and provide opportunity to Indigenous persons programming the reflects Indigenous cultures and that is Indigenous languages and programming that is accessible without barriers to persons with disabilities. It goes on and on. So basically, hi Tambera, how are you? I want to recite that poem for you guys again because that was really. What can you get from your work, Justin? Sorry, I missed that. I want to find that poem. I wrote it down so I would remember it. You guys, I'm going to run and grab that poem from my bedroom. I want to recite it for you guys again to remind you how powerful of a message this is and what this is all that's happening. Oh, you can get me a monitor? That'd be awesome, Justin. But will it hook up through like would I hook it up to two? Did I have two ports in my computer? I'm gonna go get that poem because I don't think my brother heard it and he'd probably like it. So let me go get it and I'll be right back, okay guys? Just give me a minute. Lucy, can you sit here and babysit? Come on. Sit and babysit, Duck. Tell them the news. Tell them the news. Lucy's gonna babysit. You babysit. I'll be right back. You stay there. Stay there, baby. Oh, no, I left it at my mom's. Yeah, I did. All right. I can't find it, guys. I wrote it down. And I just can't find it. Oh. In doggy news today. Let me see. I think I might have two HDMI ports. Yeah, Mark Mullo also does some awesome poetry, guys, if you want to check that out. She needs a treat. Do you need a treat, Lucy? Should I go get her a treat, guys? I had the best poem, and I wrote it down so I didn't forget it. And I left it at my mom's house, sadly, in my book. It was basically about what the government is doing, and the government didn't pay attention, but they'll pay like the indigenous women that were buried that all could see, the government didn't intervene. You know, the graves of the indigenous women that the government could see, they didn't intervene. If you go back to my previous lives, you'll see the poem. Hold on, I'll get her a treat. Here, baby. Come here. Come here. Sit. Can you wave? Can you wave? You're gonna wave? Oh, good girl. Hello, Blair. Oh, well, that's awesome, Mr. B. Thank you so much. A rover reporter. Yes, she is. They love you. Yeah, they do. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mark is always in the lives, Justin. He's a very good supporter. So I want you all to know that, we need to stand and stick by each other in this world, because we're all we got, strength in numbers. My brother's going to help me out, get some, another monitor. He's going to help me out with doing the news, because he knows a lot about this stuff. I just get tongue-tied and don't really know what to say, but as long as we stick together, we can fight for our freedom. We can end this, as long you just have to open up your eyes and stick together and keep spreading the truth. Get it out there. I took the red pill. Maybe others will, and they'll follow suit. Some are it's just a big scare tactic. So all around the world, the Russian and Ukraine war, invoking the Emergency Act, all that. Tamara Lich, as far as I know, if I look it up really quick, I haven't heard too much. I know she was denied bail. Okay, here's from 3 hours ago. Okay, so Lich must leave Ottawa in the next 24 hours and abide by several conditions in Alberta. Tamara Lich was a key organizer of the protest convoy and helped organize the original GoFundMe page that supported the protest. A judge has ruled one of the main organizers of the so-called Freedom Convoy can be released from jail on the condition she leave Ottawa, revising a decision she made last month, which was she said that she was not going to let her out. Tamara Lich, 49, was behind a now halted GoFundMe campaign that raised more than $10 million to support the protests in Ottawa, which became a weeks-long occupation. She was arrested February 17th, charged with counseling to commit mischief shortly after a major push by police to clear out the remaining protesters who occupied downtown Ottawa streets. Lich remained in custody and was denied bail on February 22nd, but then appealed, leading to a March 2nd bail review hearing. The original judge said she was not convinced Lich would go home and stop her alleged counseling. On Monday, Superior Court Justice today, John Johnson said Lich ought to be released, but said she does require some supervision. A proposed surety tasked with supervising Lich while on release put a $20,000 cash bond to help ensure Lich will uphold her bail conditions. Lich is putting up an additional $5,000 cash bond. Those conditions include leaving Ottawa within 24 hours, refraining from using social media, and having no contact with certain co-organizers. In his decision, Johnson said Lich had a job where she was a valued employee, and she had lived a crime-free life while the risk in Ottawa, where streets have mostly returned to normal. He noted Lich's trial likely won't be held for several months, and her time on remand would exceed that of her sentence. She would be convicted. It's not likely Lich would face lengthy imprisonment. So now she is out. This is as of 3 hours ago. Today she had her bail hearing and she got out. Yeah, okay. Where can I send it to? Tamara is a true hero, not a traitor. No. They brought that poor woman in shackles to the courtroom. It's ridiculous. She should not even be behind bars at all. These people were peaceful. Like I said in my previous lives, the government here, the government of Canada, could not even come out and speak to these people. But yet they stood up for Ukraine and all of that, and stood with the protesters and stood with those people, but they couldn't even come down. He blocked off all those that in Ottawa he had like a radius of the red zone. He blocked that all so he could feel safe to come out of hiding and show his face in the streets, so he could take a direct route right to the Parliament building. Okay, he's nothing but a coward. He needs to be, gone. It's just ridiculous. It just proves the government can do whatever the fuck they want. Like, I could get in trouble for being on here and, you know, like, for one thing, my PayPal got hacked. Every link that I put in my description box sent to another PayPal. And I know they were my links because I have them saved. So someone was either siphoning any donations that I did get. So that's why I'm strictly e-transfer now. I don't know what else to use. So yeah. So now it's direct e-transfer until I can set up like a P.O. box and have maybe something sent there, like if you want to send gift cards or what have you, to help support me in my journey of what I'm doing for you guys, bringing you the most truth news possible, you know, sit and chat with you guys. Cash App, I've never heard of that. But I want to thank you all for being here. My phone is going to die. I've been on here for an hour. I'm going to go eat, relax. My dog has to go outside. Yeah, there. Okay. Thank you, Klaus. Yeah, the P.O. box. I'll have to look into that. I go back to work Thursday, Justin, so anytime before then. Tomorrow. Thursday, okay. Well, I go back to work Thursday. So after work at 7 p.m. is when I get off. Thank you for being here, Justin. I love you. Glad you're feeling better. And thank you for willing to help me out because I need to get the truth out there. I hope everyone has a good night. And again, thank you all for being here. Thank you for hitting that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for all the support that you guys have given me this far. You guys mean the world to me. Okay, text me, Justin. Okay, yeah, that's my email, Klaus. You can email me there. That's also my e-transfer email if anyone's interested in giving a donation. That would be awesome. Let's level up your show. Yes, Justin, please help me out. I'll much be appreciative. Yes, we will. Me and Mrs. B will be chatting. I spoke to her on the phone for a good hour yesterday, and I very much enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you. You all have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Justin, Troy said bye. Or Troy said. Justin said bye, Troy. He said bye. I can't speak, guys. I need sleep. All right. Bye, guys.